It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Now we're going to call up our top Ray Bestos rookie candidate, Regan Smith, driver of the number 01 Principal Finance Group DEI Chevrolet. Burned off the 4th quickest time out there today. And want to hear from him as well before we get our pole sitter in here. But Regan, come on up to the podium. And let's let you talk about the qualifying lap that you turned out there this afternoon. You got to be pleased with it.
Yeah, real pleased with the qualifying lap. It, you know, car just stuck really good. It was the same as it was in practice. I just backed my corners up a little bit and didn't overdrive it. And real happy for all the guys on our Principal Financial Group Chevy. They've stuck with me this year through a lot of stuff, and we've had a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And hopefully we're going to be on the upswing for a little while. And it's cool to be in here and to be the best qualified Ray Bestos rookie, and hopefully we can do that again someday.
Questions now for our top rookie, Regan Smith. If you have one, raise your hand. Got one? Right there. Go ahead.
Jeff Gluck from NASCAR Scene. A couple years ago, I think this is sort of where like the video game thing came into people's consciousness because Denny used the simulators to, you know, to win those races. I know you're big into that. How many laps did you run, do you think, preparing for this race?
I probably got about 100 in this week, I'd say. Right before I went to the airport to get on the plane and come here, I got, you know, a good 50 laps in, and the day before I was messing around playing with it, and it's, you know, it's a good tool, definitely. I only got about 30 laps of testing up here. We didn't, with all the changes our team was going through, we didn't feel like it'd be a smart move to come up here with a new crew chief that didn't have a car that he had set up and done his own thing on, so we chose not to test up here, and I was fortunate enough to get to hop in Truex's car and feel his car and see the place. You know, I wasn't up to speed like I needed to be, but I got to at least see it, and I had, you know, things I could think about going home for the next week and a half or however long ago it was, and it, you know, helped out definitely.
Question in the corner. Go ahead.
Yeah, Regan, not being a video gamer, how'd you simulate the patch on the video game? And can you talk about the transition to working with Dan Stillman? And Mark spoke pretty glowingly of your relationship with him, and a little bit about that as well, please.
Well, the patch, I don't have the updates on the video game yet, so I couldn't put it in there, and I don't think any of us knew about the patch until about 2 weeks ago, but I just would make sure that drove in high. Actually, I honestly did think about that when I was playing the game, and I had an old version of the game when they used to run up high a lot more so than what they do right now, or until this year anyways, so that helped out there. As for the transition to Dan, it's been going real smoothly. Last week was our first race. He started on Tuesday before Dover, so you know, Dan was just now getting to come in, and he had been at DEI before, so he knew the company, he knew the people and the procedures and stuff like that, and that all went smoothly. And then for me and him getting communication, it took off really good from the start. He's you know, he's a young guy, and just like myself, and we're both trying to do things and take our careers to the next level, and it just you know, it was a good smooth transition, and I'm real excited to work with him. And you know, Mark's helped me out more than anybody that there could be in racing has helped me out, and I can always go to him. I talk to him a lot. You know, go to the motorhome last week, I was struggling at Dover in practice, went over, talked to him, and we ended up having a really good race, one of our better races of the year. And as a whole, our team's on the upswing, but he's been a big part of everything I do in this sport.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Has he talked to you about getting through 500 miles at this place, especially with the kind of heat we're expecting on Sunday?
He hasn't talked to me about that directly yet. You know, I'm sure tomorrow at some point we all have our debriefings and we all sit down and talk and see what each other's car is doing and stuff like that. And I'm sure he'll probably mention it. Definitely, it's, you know, we go through a tough stretch here in the summer months, and I know you know, I know what a couple of these races have been like. For me, the worst one this year was the Darlington race, just because my cool box went out and I wasn't getting any fresh air, and it was just a fluke deal that caused that to happen, but it makes it real difficult. So if I can get a little bit of fresh air, I'll be okay.
Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Pockris, NASCAR Scene. How important have your performances been the last few weeks? I mean, we keep hearing rumors that, you know, that especially with it not being full-time sponsor, that, you know, are they going to skip a race? What's going to happen? Just how important is having good runs at this time of kind of uncertainty?
Well, I think, anytime you have good runs, it's good for everything in general, for team motivation, confidence, you name it, for driver confidence. I think the past 5 weeks we've really started getting some good consistency down, and especially the past couple weeks here, we've actually run better than where we finished, and that's, for a team coming from where we came from at the beginning of the year to now, that's a good thing. And for me as a driver, that's a good thing, because I was beating myself up, and you question if you can do it, or if everything you're doing is wrong, or what's going on. So it's good for all of us. As for the other rumors, it's just rumors. They've been out there all year long, and I'm sure they'll be out there till the end of the season and all that stuff, and that's fine. We know what the situation is, and I've talked to Teresa and management numerous times, and I know the situation, and the race car is going to be on the racetrack, and that's all that matters.
Any other questions for Regan? Okay, you did a nice job out there today. Good luck on Sunday.
Cool. Thanks. Hope to see you guys again Sunday.
Be good.